US President Donald Trump has publicly turned up the heat on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Trump claims Netanyahu almost derailed US-Iran peace talks, calling him a very difficult guy. Trump also asserted that American diplomacy is the only thing securing Israel's survival against its chief regional adversary. The dressing down underlines the growing strain between the two leaders. Trump's latest comments, made during a wide-ranging interview with the New York Times, came following the announcement of an Iran-US Memorandum of Understanding aimed at ending the war. Dismissing Netanyahu's objections to the diplomatic breakthrough, Trump said, and I quote, "He's a very difficult guy, and to be honest with you, he should be very thankful to us for doing this, because if Iran had a nuclear weapon, Israel wouldn't be around for 2 hours." The message was unmistakable. America made the deal. Israel should not stand in its way. Reports indicate that Trump is furious at Netanyahu for recent Israeli military actions, which he believed were intentionally designed to derail negotiations with Tehran. Israel struck Beirut's Hezbollah-controlled Dahir district just hours before Washington and Tehran were due to unveil a preliminary agreement. Trump later said that he confronted Netanyahu directly. He told Fox News and Axios that he did not mince his words, using expletives to send across his message. Now, according to reports, Trump told the Israeli leader that he had shown poor judgment. Hours later, the United States and Iran announced what they described as an immediate and permanent end to military operations, including in Lebanon. The agreement is reportedly set to be signed in Switzerland on June 19th. One detail stands out: Israel was not at the table. For months, Netanyahu has heavily lobbied the White House to maintain absolute military pressure. Israel has also continued its offensive in Lebanon, claiming to target Hezbollah via air and on the ground. It also has solidified its presence in captured territory, aimed at creating a buffer zone. Reports indicate a potential peace deal may call for Israel to stop the offensive and withdraw its forces. So far, there's little sign Netanyahu is ready to do either. Israel is also likely to oppose release of frozen funds to Tehran. The deal also reportedly does not feature any provision for dismantling of Iran's regional allies. For Netanyahu, the political stakes are high. Elections are approaching. Domestic pressure is rising. Any perception of compromise carries risks. The US president has made his frustrations clear. Now, the question is whether Netanyahu will make it difficult for Trump to keep the deal. Earlier, we had spoken to some experts on this in detail, and this is what they told us.
Minister Netanyahu is going to have a very difficult time with this deal. And that's before we even know what the final outcome of the negotiations between Iran and the United States will be. For that, we have to wait 60 days, at least. But for now, there is great concern in the state of Israel that President Trump has negotiated over Israel's head with the Iranians over Lebanon, regards to Lebanon, and that Hezbollah might use this opportunity to feel that it has immunity to attack Israel, whereas Israel may not enjoy the same rights in terms of responding against Hezbollah attacks, because then Iran could threaten to leave the nuclear deal, to leave the current deal, and that could bring President Trump to bear tremendous pressure on the state of Israel. That is a great concern for any Israeli prime minister.
We have the US and Israel war on Iran, but we have an Israel war in Lebanon, which is likely to continue at least at some level. Now, I think there is a red line here. I'll just highlight this and have my friend Dr. Javad Anfar respond to this. I think the red line here is Israel attacking Beirut. Twice in the past 8 days, Israel has attacked Beirut. On the first occasion, just over a week ago, Iran fired 30 missiles into Iran. Yesterday, Israel again attacked Beirut, saying they were hitting a Hezbollah command center. Trump was furious with Netanyahu over this, but said he would get Israel not to retaliate. We're in a strange position now where if Israel attacks Beirut a third time, both Tehran and the Trump camp may be united against the Israelis and put pressure on them to stop.